Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a huge shift in how we use our tech. It's a story about an AI that doesn't live in some far-off data center, but right there on your own computer, and why that one simple change could make most of the apps you use every single day just disappear.
Yeah, 80%. That's the number Peter Steinberger, the guy behind an AI agent called OpenClaw, thinks is just going to vanish. That's a huge claim, right? But it's all because of a completely new way of thinking about artificial intelligence.
So how is that even possible? I mean, how could one single piece of tech just wipe out all the software we use every single day? Well, the answer is all about what makes this AI so different from anything you've ever seen. Let's dig in.
Okay, so first things first. This is not just another chatbot. It's not some clever new app. We're talking about an AI agent that actually lives right there on your computer, with the exact same access and powers that you have.
And this right here, this is the key difference. Think about it. Cloud AIs, like ChatGPT, they're powerful for sure, but they're basically just visitors on your system. They run on some company's servers far away with really limited access. But a local AI? Now that's a whole different ballgame. It lives on your machine. It has total access, and that means it can do literally everything you can do. And like its creator said, that makes it way more powerful.
And with that kind of access, it can do things that a cloud AI just can't. I mean, it can connect to your smart bed to change the temperature, or dig through your hard drive to find some old audio file you completely forgot about. It can even, in one real case, take those files and spin up a whole story about your last year. It can genuinely surprise you with what it knows about your own digital life.
But here's the wild part. The true, kind of mind-blowing potential of this thing, it wasn't discovered because of some master plan. Nope, it was found completely by accident. So the creator, Steinberger, was on a trip in Marrakesh. He's using his AI for little things, like translating menus from pictures, but then, kind of on a whim, he sends it a voice message. Now, he knew for a fact he had never, ever programmed it to handle audio. He fully expected it to just break, but it didn't.
And this is where it gets incredible. In less than 10 seconds, the agent just figured it out. It saw the file had no extension, so it looked inside at its header to see what it was. It found a tool on the computer to convert it into a normal audio file. Then, it found an OpenAI key just sitting there on the system, used another tool to send that audio off for transcription, and boom, sent the text right back. It didn't follow a script. It was like a little detective creatively solving a problem it had never seen before, using the tools it had on hand, just like a person would.
And that was the moment. That was the holy cow moment. He realized he hadn't just built some tool that follows orders. He'd accidentally created a creative, abstract problem solver that could just adapt to anything on the fly.
Okay, so if just one of these agents is a creative problem solver, what happens when you connect millions of them together? Well, that's where this thing scales up from just being a cool personal tool into a whole new kind of ecosystem.
This is the next step, right? Imagine you want to book a table at a restaurant. Instead of you fumbling with an app, your personal AI agent just contacts the restaurant's AI agent. They talk to each other, negotiate the reservation, and it's done. Simple, direct, efficient.
But what if the restaurant's old school? No AI, just a phone. No problem. Your bot could then go out and hire a person through something like TaskRabbit to physically call them up, or even go stand in line for you. See, the agent's goal isn't to use an app. Its goal is to solve your problem, and it'll use whatever tools it needs to get it done. And when you start connecting all these individual agents, you get what some people are calling a swarm intelligence. It's like one person can't build an iPhone, right? But a whole society of specialized people can. It's the same idea here. A network of specialized AIs can work together to pull off incredibly complex things that no single AI ever could.
Which, brings us right back to that huge number from the beginning, 80%. If these agents can handle our lives in this seamless conversational way, what happens to the whole app economy we've spent years building?
Well, the thinking goes like this. A lot of apps are really just clunky interfaces for data. So MyFitnessPal, why bother? Your agent already knows you're at Smashburger and could just adjust your gym schedule on its own. A to-do app? Just tell your agent, hey, remind me about this. It doesn't need a special app. It just does it. Any app that's basically just a pretty face for a database? Yeah. That could be replaced by a simple conversation with an agent that already knows everything about you.
This raises a really interesting question, though. If all the apps disappear and the big AI models themselves become kind of like a commodity, constantly one-upping each other, then where's the actual value? what's left that matters.
The real value, the thing that lasts, it shifts. It becomes the history of all your interactions. It's the context, the data, the whole ongoing conversation you have with your agent. In other words, it's the AI's memories of you.
And this is a really key part of the whole OpenClaw idea. See, unlike cloud services that trap your data in their corporate systems, this agent's memories are just simple text files, stored locally on your own computer. You own them, you control them, they belong to you and only you.
And that final question really just hits at home. What would you be more worried about someone seeing? Your Google search history or your agent's memory files? As these things get woven deeper and deeper into our lives, that data, their memory of us, it could become our most private, most sensitive, and maybe our most valuable possession.